All right, everybody, here we are. Welcome to the studios at Grand Forks Best Source, right here in the Grand Cities Mall. Time now for your Home of Economy podcast. Scott Pearson with Home of Economy is joining us again today. It's one of the podcasts with businesses that I look forward to probably more than any because, once again, Home of Economy is definitely my favorite store. Scott, how are you?
I'm doing super. How are you, John?
I'm doing good. It's starting to look a lot like Christmas, and especially when I look across at you.
Well, you're not supposed to disclose my secret identity.
Do I call you Chris or do I call you Scott?
You can call me Scott.
Okay. How have you been?
Super. How about, I already asked you.
Yeah, things are going good. We are in the season now. Christmas is coming up. And one of the first things I want to ask you about, because years ago we were talking about this before we went on, I'm going to bring up Lefse right away. When we decided that we were going to bring back an old family tradition on my wife's side, we were going to get the kids into making Lefse. So we made our trip to Home of Economy, got everything we needed to make Lefse, and it went really well. But then the kids grew up and we quit doing it again. But you know what? It's not. Is it that difficult to make Lefse?
No, it's really kind of easy. There's, it goes better the second time and the third time than it will the first time. But it's not complicated. And we do have a really good video on how to make Lefse.
Oh.
And the video is correct. It's not going to withhold some secrets that you need to know. And that's available on our website, or it's on YouTube. So it's Olga and Raleigh.
Olga and Raleigh.
Couple of names from family history.
Oh, okay.
And, but it's an excellent video, and I don't know how many views it has. Really, quite a lot. Mm-hmm. And but Lefse's, I guess maybe you'd say it's hard enough to make it fun.
Oh, yeah, that's probably the best way to put it.
Real excited about making pancakes, right? So, there's a little bit to it, but it's just such a wonderful thing when you're done.
Oh, gosh, is it ever. And, the thing is with Lefse, people will say, well, why do I need this and why do I need that certain tool? But in order to do it right, you need to get the right equipment and the right tools and the right, whatever you would call it. And it's all available at Home of Economy. Everything you need to go home, except for buying the ingredient. Well, you can get those there too, except for maybe the potatoes, but...
Well, we do actually, if you want to make it really easy, we have a Lefse mix that works really well.
Oh, okay.
For tradition, a person should get the right potatoes and all that. And we cover that in the video. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can get everything. And it's how long have people been making Lefse? 1,000 years.
Yeah.
You need to rice the potatoes. You don't want to just mash them.
No.
You need to do it right. But we have the ricers, and of course the Lefse griddle, maintains the right temperature. It's also useful for other things.
Oh, sure it is. Sure it is.
So you can get yours out of the basement.
I know.
But
put some bacon on it.
Yeah, but the pastry cloth and the rollers, and the roller covers, we have the whole works. Mm-hmm. So everything you need, if you want to try making Lefse, we've got it. It's all in a kit.
Yeah. Isn't that something? Speaking of kits, we decided with one of the people we were buying for, they were going to make jerky. He got to go on his first deer hunt this year, and he scored. And so he's all excited about it. The kid, he's a college kid. He's a cook. He likes to cook and stuff. Mm-hmm. And said, how about a jerky setup? Let's get him set up where you can even make it. He can make it in the oven if you want. But he will get other presents that'll help. But so I went in there looking for a jerky shooter. And then I thought, I buy all my jerky seasonings and all that stuff here. Why not just get all of this stuff here for him while we're here? But it actually came in a kit where I got the shooter with a couple of different mixes, all in one thing, ready to go. It's even got the grate to put on the stove. But awesome. And I also, had to get dog food, cat food, dog treats and all that stuff. But again, I love going in there.
We really like you, by the way.
And we're not done Christmas shopping, so I know I'll be back in there again.
You got this jerky maker in your family now. You probably need to get him a Traeger wood-fired grill.
I think that would be next, but he lives in an apartment, so I don't know how that would work for him. He could probably put it on his deck. College kids, you never know.
Sometimes that's a problem, people.
Yeah.
people think there's a fire going on. So we don't really recommend that you put it on an apartment balcony until you check with the landlord.
And I can imagine if he had a Traeger on his balcony of his apartment, he'd probably have people knocking on his door all the time, because it's like when you walk into Home of Economy. You guys usually have that Traeger burning right out the front doors there, and the smell just gets you.
Well, yeah, we always tell people, if your neighbors, in fact, what you should do to prevent the neighbors from complaining is the first time you make something delicious, share it.
Yeah, invite them.
And share it. Bring some jerky to the neighbors. Bring them, some pork chops or whatever.
Absolutely.
Whatever you're making, and make fans out of your neighbors rather than enemies.
There you go. Boy, you guys got some great new products at Home of Economy, and I know one thing that we were talking about before we went on the air here is that new Decker brand truck bed toolbox.
Yeah, decked actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. I'm really excited about that, and we just brought it in. Going to give it a try, and right off the bat, we got a commercial customer who is familiar with the product and bought a whole bunch of them.
What's the difference between that and a regular, toolbox for your truck?
Well, this is it depending on the length of the box, but it covers the whole bed of the truck. It's got two drawers that pull out.
Oh, okay.
It's not the only one on the market, but I think it's the best. And I've looked at them for a while, and this is the one I want for my truck, of course. But you can put 2,000 pounds on the deck of it. So you wouldn't perhaps want to put something with a lot of really heavy with one pressure point.
Sure.
But it'll take a lot of that. It's very heavy duty. So you don't lose any space in your truck bed other than the bottom foot or so.
Sure.
But you still have a flat deck. In fact, it's an easy slide material. So, and then you've got two drawers that pull out. You put 200 pounds in each drawer, so your tow chains, and it comes with a couple of toolboxes inside the drawers that fit there, and they lock in place. And it's a very, very well thought out product. I'm really excited about it, and the look and feel of it is something that it'll make you proud to have that in your new truck. It's not I've been thinking, well, maybe I'd make something out of some 2x10s and this and that, and it's like, well, that's going to look like a fourth grader built it too. So
there goes Ghetto Scott driving down the road with his homemade toolbox.
No, the decked product is I'm really excited about it.
Another new product. Well, maybe it's not new, but you know what? If you're like Alec Baldwin and you think guns can go off on their own, and maybe you want a gun safe, those Crimson gun safes. Pretty cool. When you can put 52 rifles, that's a nice gun safe.
Yeah, and of course, you don't have to only keep guns in it. You don't even have to put any guns in it. It's just a good safe. It's fireproof, and it's 80-minute fireproof rating, which is better than better than a lot of them that are out there. 60 minutes is kind of the standard.
Right.
But and if you have maybe some people in your household or on your acting set that shouldn't be allowed to have a gun, the gun safe is a good place to put it. Keep things. We have children, we have guests.
Yes.
We don't want curious people putting their finger on the trigger, that don't know any better.
Absolutely.
That's a gun safe. I think if you have guns, you really need to keep them secure.
Right. Another thing that I picked up one of these last year because I had seen other guys walk out. It was one of your sales when we were there doing a remote, and somebody walked out with one of the Blackstones, and it was the smaller one. But I thought, well, I wonder how that would fit. I've got a bait board on my rack on the back of my boat. So I ended up picking up a smaller one that fits on there just perfectly. But you know how nice it is when you're sitting out there on the river waiting for go time for a tournament. You're out there for 3 hours because you don't want anybody in your spot. I pull out the Blackstone now. I put it on my bait board, and we cook bacon and eggs and breakfast. But you guys, the Blackstones, those things are really taking off, aren't they?
Yeah, that's awesome, cooking out on the river. I'm going to need a Blackstone for the boat now. I don't have a Blackstone either, and I've wanted one and just haven't gotten around to it. It's a great way to sear after you smoke something on the Traeger, for example, the reverse sear method. But, we had Bruce Mitchell in with us, and he cooked a bunch of fried rice on the Blackstone.
Yeah.
You know, breakfast in the campground. You know, eggs and hash browns and bacon and all that. They're a really, you know, cooking can be so fun.
Oh, yeah.
And it helps to have the right tools.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that they're pretty portable, you know, but you guys have got them on sale now, the big ones with the cover and everything, but they're easy to clean. They're easy to take care of. You can just hook them up to the little Coleman, you know, tanks if you want to, or you can hook them up to a bigger one, but I think they're great. I keep mine on my deck right now on top of my smoker, so I can actually use my smoker and my Blackstone at the same time, and it works out just perfectly.
Awesome.
Another new stuff, let's see here. Oh boy, Christmas savings coming up. Grills, that's one thing about Home of Economy. You walk into Home of Economy, you have got grills galore, and I'm sure there's some sales on those.
Oh yeah, yep. There's a Napoleon Rogue. That's let's see, you're saving $270 on that. The Napoleon line is fairly new for us. Really exciting product line, excellent quality. You know, that we like to sell the high quality product.
Absolutely. You know, I've always been a believer of you pay for what you get. A lot of people
you can get what you pay for,
or something like that. Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people chintz on things, and within a year or two, they're wishing they would have maybe spent a little bit more money to get the quality that you find at Home of Economy.
Yeah, it's kind of sad when you know a person winds up losing money because you've bought a product that won't last.
Right,
and that's always a difficult thing for everyone, you know, to find the quality level that will last and perform and not cost too darn much. We try to do that shopping for the customer.
Sure.
You know, we try to offer product, you know, that is good, high quality product, and then we offer the guaranteed lowest price on that product. So, you know, at least if you're going to spend a little bit more to get a better product, you're going to spend less at Home of Economy.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, while we're talking about grills, we always mention Traeger, and I've had people come up to me because I should be a Traeger spokesperson. I really should, but they'll come up to me and say, "Well, what's the difference? I can buy one that does a similar thing for $100 less." And I said, "Yeah, but go ahead and try rolling that one around once, and then go roll around that Traeger, and you will be able to just feel the difference in the quality of how they're made." And you're going to be way more happy if you just get the Traeger.
Yeah, I think the Traeger sits in that sweet spot of high quality and reliable. Of course, we're a repair center, you know, if a person, but we hardly get anything in for repair. And a person can repair them at home. They're a simple enough machine that you know that a person can repair them at home. But we've had other brands. We still sell other brands. And they're fine too. But again, I really kind of recommend the Traeger myself.
Yeah. I've recommended it to numerous people, and they are very, very happy with them. And you know, while we're talking about food here, Scott, and I buy all my rubs from Home of Economy, but you guys got a sale on barbecue rubs and sauces. I was looking when I was in there yesterday. You've got a whole row of shelves that are just full of rubs and sauces and mixes and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, you know, now deer hunting is just getting done for a lot of people. A lot of people now are doing their own processing. A lot of people are making their own sausage and their own jerky and stuff. But, I mean, you guys have got the stuffers, you've got the grinders, you've got everything, all the seasonings and mixes and brines, and everything you need is there.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. And the LEM product line for the meat processing, that's a U.S.-made product line that you know, we have an extensive selection there. But the rubs and the sauces and that's all part of the fun. And you know, we're there to have fun.
Do you have a favorite rub?
Well, I really like the Traeger Saskatchewan.
Oh, okay.
It's blackening, whatever they call it. But the Saskatchewan rub is, I think, my favorite of the Traeger rubs.
I'm really partial to the Butcher brand. Butchers, is that what it's called? Love it. I use that when I smoke ribs. I absolutely love it. In fact, it was funny because the guy who was the rib cook-off North Dakota champion, he has his own rub that he concocted, but he told me, because he had emailed me how to do it when I first got my smoker, and he goes, "But in a pinch, I always go to Home of Economy and get Butcher's. And then he told me what flavor to get. And I never did even try to make his. I just keep buying it from Home of Economy.
Yeah,
Good
well,
stuff.
If it's good enough for him, I suppose it's good enough for the rest of us. Yeah, yeah. It is really convenient to buy a rub, there's so many choices. You can find something you like. We're bringing in new ones all the time, new brands. And as a brand comes out with another flavor, we bring that in. We've got kits of 4 or 6 different flavors. That's a nice gift item.
It's a great gift item.
Yeah.
Now is the time of the year. It gets dark at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If you got to go outside and do a little bit of work, for one thing, you're going to need warm clothing. For another thing, you're going to need some decent lighting. Portable lighting has come a long way in the last few years, but again, you're going to be able to get all the warm clothing you need, the warm weather or the cold weather gear. And I see now that you've also got the Milwaukee M18 rotor mounting floodlight on sale, and those lights are incredible. You're going to light up everything.
Yeah. Yeah, with LED technology and lithium technology, battery technology coming along, I don't use my plug-in lights anymore.
No, I know.
Because you're tripping over the cord or knocking the light over when you trip over the cord, and these are, so they're cordless and they're brighter, and easy to move around, easy to position. Some of these are awesome, and they really are the best way to go. Milwaukee's a great product always.
Yeah, and I'm off track a little bit here, but you always used to watch guys with the headlamps on, and you would think, well, that's for coal miners. But no, here I'm still walking around with a flashlight trying to do stuff out in the dark, and I finally started getting the headlamps. And man, are those things a game changer too.
Yeah, well, again, the technology has improved to where that's an adequate, or more than adequate light, and it goes where you turn your head. So
right,
it frees up hands. That's
yeah.
All the work I've done with a flashlight in my mouth.
How many times was I yelled at by my dad when I was holding the flashlight for him? It was never easy.
No, because you're supposed to know where to point it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Of course, the first thing the kids do is they point it in Dad's eyes, because that's
it takes you a minute to get focused again.
Yeah, but.
One of the sayings at Home of Economy is there's always something fun going on at Home of Economy, and there is all the time something going on. But I would imagine coming into 2022, there are a lot of fun events coming up at Home of Economy again.
Well, yeah, we're going to have sale events. We're going to have some fun food events. Those are something we always like, and we've got a few game things. We're doing a bingo. A bingo game that we'll talk about, when the time comes. Let's see, we've got a Super Bowl contest. Of course, we've got our racer showcase that we're planning on doing that again with Applied High Performance. And
with Lynn, or no?
Now you made me forget. It's sponsored by Energy Release. And Applied High Performance, a great product line.
It is.
Fantastic lubricants and
I really like their degreaser too.
Yeah.
It works really good.
Yeah.
Now that Racer Showcase, I remember doing the first one, and did we have to take a year off for COVID? I don't remember, but last year's event was amazingly fun. A lot of people showed up, a lot of race cars, snowmobiles. There was racing, pretty much everything, but that's a big event, not only for Joe Blow and the public like me that just likes to come and check this stuff out, but just the amount of work to logistically make this thing work for you guys is incredible. But that's what you do when you're going to have something fun going on. I can imagine the meeting. Okay, all of this has got to be moved. And I can imagine the people going, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm not sure everyone was thrilled. Yeah. But it, we like having fun at work too, and the showcase is a fun event. BMX, you didn't mention the BMX.
Oh, the bikes were there.
But the racers come in; they don't just park their car and leave.
Right.
The racers are there. You can talk to them, and we had food, and I believe it was the wrestling
Grand Forks Central wrestling team. Yep.
That helped us serve the food, and It's it's a lot better to have fun than not.
Exactly,
So,
exactly. And
so
I remember it was a couple of years ago when you said that to me. You know what? Use this kind of as a catchphrase. There's always something fun going on at Home of Economy. And I thought about it for a second, thinking, well, that really, well, yeah, that's right. There is. Now, one thing about the Racer Showcase, that's the amazing thing about these race car drivers. You can bring the kids down to the pits after the races. They're going to spend time with them. They're going to take pictures with them. But there are always things for them to do. They've still got to load up. They've got to clean up. They've got to get home. But when you go to the showcase and these race car drivers are sitting around, I mean, how many pictures did you see taken with race car drivers? How many autographs and racing cards did you see handed out? Because these race car drivers are pretty generous with their time, and they're great with the kids too.
these guys are, you know, I think maybe if you get into some other racing circles, you know, they become celebrities and,
Yes.
and such. But you know, our racers, they have fans. They're local celebrities, but they really appreciate their fans, and you can tell.
Absolutely do. I know you've got some online events coming up too.
Well, let's see. So Facebook stuff. We got for fishing opener. We'll have what we're asking people to provide is pictures of the group in the camp. So your fishing camp, and it'll be some contests and some recognition there.
Sure.
We'll also, of course, seasonally, you know, we'll have a deer hunting camp, and we're not fishing for animal pictures really.
Yeah.
This is about the people and the camp and the fun that people are having. And, you know, there may be others, but it's kind of fun to do these things, and it's fun to give out prizes.
Yeah, you know, it's great when you go to deer camp and you get your deer. But if you're a true outdoorsman, and I say this, there's been times I've passed on 50 deer in a year. And I might come home with nothing filled, and I bought a tag for nothing. But there's more to hunting than pulling the trigger and getting your animal. It's all about the fun of being in camp, the camaraderie. A lot of the times you only see these people once a year, and it's at deer camp. But there's a lot of great memories, lifetime memories that are made at deer camp and fishing camp.
Yeah, and you're in the outdoors. You're part of it when you're doing this. When you participate in hunting and fishing, it brings you close to nature, and that's a good thing.
You know, when Christmas, boy, this month is just flying by. But of course, we've got Easter coming up, and you know what that means? Candy for the kids. Home of Economy, I'm sure, is going to be hooking up the kids this year.
Well, and we're planning on having an Easter egg hunt and doing some fun things. So yeah, it'd be something. You know, Easter comes; it's usually still winter here.
Yes, yes.
And nice place to bring the kids, and they can have some fun and you know, but not out in the cold, which, you know, I like the cold, and a lot of kids do, but you do need to come in.
Yeah. I tell you what, my new pup doesn't like the cold. He's got a plate and some screws in his leg now, and boy, does that leg start to bug him when he goes. When we first got all this snow, he thought it was the greatest thing in the world. And now he goes out in the early mornings when it's cold out, and he starts to yip and whine a little bit. Now, I wanted to go back just a little bit for the Super Bowl contest. How does that work? Because the prizes here are pretty substantial if you win this thing.
Well, we're still working out all the details on that. Be, you know, something on the theme of a pool,
Okay.
but not that exactly. So
Okay.
we'll have to wait till it's actually announced to have
Sure.
all those details public.
You know, I see also, Scott, that you've got a deal on gift cards, which I'm one of those guys. I love gift cards. If everybody got me a gift card for Christmas, I'd be a happy camper. My wife thinks it takes no thought to get a gift card for somebody, but that's what I like. But you guys have got a great deal going on if you want to buy gift cards.
Yeah. Well, you know, gift cards are more popular than ever.
Yes.
And of course, a Home of Economy gift card would be the best gift for you. Everyone that knows you should buy you one. And when they buy a $100 gift card, they're going to get a $10 gift card for free.
Yeah.
In addition to that, and so, you know, you can put 2 gift cards in the envelope. You can keep the 10 for yourself or whatever. But and so we're doing $5 on a $50 card or $10 free on a $100 card.
You know what I like about the gift cards is especially from Home of Economy, hint, 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 I will nickel and dime it all summer long until I run that thing out just for fishing. I know when I need to get my bait. I know if I need to get more weights or whatever I need at the time. I just go in there and I say, here, and I give them the gift card, and they'll say, okay, you have this much remaining. And it's like, good, I'll see you next week for more bait.
Yeah.
You know, gift cards are amazing. I love them.
Yeah, and some people are really difficult to know what they need,
Exactly.
and so you know sometimes a person will find that perfect gift, you know, the griddle, you know,
Yep.
or the Traeger, or a tool, you know, for a guy that works, you know, with his hands there. But sometimes we, you know, I look at you and I think, well, you know, what does John need? I don't know. Well, John can always decide what he needs.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get him a gift card. And
You know,
I know it'll be appreciated.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than buying somebody a gift and they open it and go, oh, that's great. And then you're thinking, oh, man, they're going to go return that thing. It was a crappy gift. I should have just got them a gift card. They could have went and bought what they really wanted.
Well, yeah, it goes both ways.
Yeah,
you know.
or re-gift it.
Well, there's that, but there's a lot of I think I enjoy giving, you know, a physical gift,
Yeah.
more than a card. But I give a lot of gift cards, and sometimes, you know, somebody gets one of each.
Oh, yeah, the better yet. That's perfect. What are your plans for Christmas now?
Well, I'm going to be with my grandkids and my son and daughter-in-law.
Do you cook a big spread?
Well, so my son has a Traeger.
No
And,
way.
And somebody, it was a gift. From
No
me.
way.
But you know, it's so now, you know, he has to cook, and he's you know, he's like I was 30 years ago.
So he's not at your Traeger grilling skill level quite yet?
He does not have the amount of experience I have.
Right. You're always so politically correct.
No, well, he's really good at it. But and I do sometimes, you know, I try to hold in my advice when it isn't asked for.
Sure. Well, yeah. And sometimes it's better to learn the hard way.
Yeah, well, yeah, but no, everything he's done has been very good. So, you know, and experimenting, that's another one of the fun things with cooking is experimenting, trying new things. And you know, if we all know so much we don't do anything new, that's not very fun.
Right. You know, it's funny, Scott, because you know, my wife knows how much I love Home of Economy, and she's finally getting to the point because she's the one that's always complaining that there's nowhere to shop in Grand Forks. And now she's starting to realize with making all these trips with me to Home of Economy that, like yesterday, 5 years ago, she never would have imagined going to Home of Economy to Christmas shop. And it was like her idea to go to Home of Economy yesterday to pick up these things.
Oh, good.
So she's learning too.
Well, and there's something for everyone, and we do have, you know, one thing I hear from people all the time is, well, I always know if I need something, I can always get it at Home of Economy, and so, and you know, that's not true of every possible item in the world. But people that are looking for something, they'll shop elsewhere, and they'll think, you know what, I'm just going to go to Home of Economy. I know it'll be there.
Yeah.
So that I think makes us, as far as I'm concerned, the best place to shop.
I agree. Now, I'm going to ask you one more question. It's not on the list here, but I would imagine it happened. All of a sudden, winter hit us with authority last week. Did all of a sudden the people start coming in and going, well, gee, you know, I didn't think we'd get this snow. Shovels, snow blowers, ice melt, all that stuff. I would imagine people were just clamoring to get it.
Well, we were well prepared, but we're now out of snow blowers.
Yeah. Go figure. You know?
Yeah, but there's lots of shovels and ice melt, and we've always, you know, we've always tried to be the store that had what you need, and well, snow blowers are gone.
Yeah, well, and I'm guessing you don't get those on a daily basis.
No, that's resupply, especially with our great economy these days, resupply is so iffy. And I've done that. I've ordered snowblowers in season and had them show up after the snow was melted.
Yeah, when it's 75 degrees out and sunny.
Yeah.
And it's not like you can buy 500 of them and keep them stored somewhere, hoping that they're all going to sell this season.
Well, between the stores, yeah. But
yeah.
you have to store them, but they're bulky. You don't want to put them away for the summer. You bring them in. As we always we're talking about just-in-time inventory being part of the reason for the supply chain issues that the world has right now. But that's the way it works. You bring the product in, as close to the time you need it as you can, and you try to be out, when the season's over.
Yep. Awesome talking to you again. I could sit and talk about Home of Economy all day long. I wish we had more time, but what would you tell somebody looking for that last-minute Christmas gift? What would you say to them to get to Home of Economy?
Okay.
Find it there. You'll get it.
Well, yeah. They need to come to Home of Economy.
You guys have a Merry Christmas. I know it's going to be fun, and I'm guessing I will see you. Well, how many days till Christmas? I'll probably see you at least a dozen more times.
Okay, good. Well, make sure you wave.
I will. All right, there you go. That's Scott Pearson with Home of Economy. Well, you just heard about some of the things going on at Home of Economy. Go check it out for yourself. Be watching for their flyers. You can go online and find out more. But there's always something fun going on at Home of Economy, my favorite store. Until next time, there you go. Scott Pearson with your Home of Economy podcast.